Hi, Dr. Sharita here, and I'm coming to you with the weekly recap. My guest on this week, She Built It Boss Lady Chronicles, was Kyara Gray Ukta. Kyara is the CEO and co-founder of Charm City Buyers, one of the leading investors and developers in Baltimore City. Kyara is a boss lady in every sense of the word. She dropped so many gems for us. It was just an amazing conversation. There is so much to be learned from her journey and the work that she's doing today. So, first, she took us through her childhood and actually talked about growing up in Pennsylvania and having her family members model land and home ownership. And this is so very important. And she said she didn't connect the dots until much later. But again, as I always tell you guys, that you are creating a legacy every day that you live, either by intention or by default. And so it is so important that you are mindful of the things that you do because there are always people watching you. And so just like that, Kyara was watching her forefathers and foremothers, and they were instilling the value of land and home ownership in her. And so one of the really remarkable things that I found about Kyara, she co-founded the company along with her husband, Khalil, is the fact that they were so driven so young. So she shared with us that right out of college, she and her then fiance sat down and crafted vision boards. They sat down and discussed where they really wanted their life to go. And I think that's just so amazing because so many of us don't even know what a vision board is until much later, much less beginning to live with that level of intention in our 20s. So they sat down, they defined their vision, and then they stayed laser focused on it. And I mean, they made sacrifices. She talked about the fact that they had roommates, and when they were dating, they had roommates and they lived at home. They did not take the trips. They even put off having a wedding so that they could take the money that they were saving and invest in their first property. And once they got that first property, it's only been up from there. Kyara mentioned to us tonight that currently they are working on 100 properties. They are doing amazing work in Baltimore City, but not just for themselves. And that's the part that I really love about it. It's such a philanthropic endeavor. They mentioned that there are 15,000 vacant properties in Baltimore City, and they are seeking to eradicate that. They want to rebuild the community, but not for investment only, but also for the sake of the community. They go into the communities that other investors shy away from, where other investors actually encourage people not to invest because of the residents, and they seek to build those residents up. So I said to Kyara that they are actually building the community around, externally, but also internally, because she talked about helping tenants with their resumes, helping tenants keep their children, helping tenants get citizenship. So they are building their tenants up as well as the surroundings. And not only that, they are also training other people to do the same. So they, through her program, Next Gen Accelerators, they are training a group to, through coaching and mentoring, to be conscious developers in Baltimore City. And, she said she realized that, with 15,000 vacant properties, they couldn't possibly do all the work themselves. And so they are empowering an army of people to help them and to instill those same kinds of values so that the whole community can be built up. So they have such a beautiful process and a beautiful vision. She also talked to us about our mindset a little bit. She said that in order to achieve those big goals, that we have to be audacious. We have to have audacity. And she also said we have to be a little delusional. So this is a phenomenal episode. Check it out right here. Follow Kyara at charmcitybuyers.com and on all her social media platforms, which we have in the comments here. But you will not be disappointed. Again, excellent episode. Check it out right here, and we'll see you next week.